Welcome to this month's presentation. Don't miss out on any of our club updates or exciting content. Be sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel and follow us on Facebook. By joining our online communities, you'll stay informed about upcoming events, technical tips, and club news. Check out our website for more details. Subscribe and follow today so you never miss a moment of our growing amateur radio adventures. Now, back to our program.
Hello, Bill, and everybody on the net. The first things first is what I want to thank is everybody who participated in our 2024 raffle last year. We had a great turnout at the drawing, and man, it was really exciting. And it drove us to do another one this year. Of course, we need to do this to keep the network online and keep everything paid up. This is how we raise money to have this awesome network. Second thing, I want to make sure I thank the TechNet group and the media group for putting this presentation together. I did not realize it until after the day that there's a lot of work going into this, and these people are dedicating their time and making this stuff happen for all of us on the Crossroads family. I'm going to call it the Crossroads family. So thank you guys for all you do. With that, we're growing. It seems like we're growing day by day here lately, and man, with all the new members and all the member activities we got going on, one of them's the Hamfest coming up, and our field day events, and all of our POTA events. We put on this raffle to help fund all this stuff, and it helps out quite a bit. CRHRC does not require dues to become a member. We're funded by generosity of member donations, and the raffle is one of our major fundraisers. With that, we'll move over here to the first slide, or second slide. Here's a list of all of our prizes this year. So first prize is on down through. We'll get through once we get to the next slide, I'll tell you more about them. But this is a list of all the prizes. And like first, second, and third prizes, those are full stations. It'll be a radio, antenna, coax, power supply. They'll be all in there. So it's a great prize list, I think. So with that, I'm going to move on to the next slide there, Bill. All right, our first prize is a 9700 base station kit. It's a 9700 all band, all mode base radio. It has a Diamond X510 base station antenna, a 50 amp power supply, comes with 100 feet of LMR 400 coax, and it's got connectors on the end already, so good for that. This value that you see here has actually went up. This radio has jumped up to $2,300 instead of $1,900 they were selling them for. So everything's kind of climbing up, but so it'd be a great deal if you won. I'm gonna stand by here, and I think Brian N5TZV might be there, and he's gonna kind of elaborate a little bit on the radio.
All right, good evening, Scott, and everybody on the net tonight. This is Brian N5TZV. And the main features of this radio, it's a all-mode VHF, UHF, which is 2 meter, 70 centimeter, and 1.2 gigahertz. Does all modes, all those three bands, so you can get into a 2 meter sideband and open up other possibilities. It's 100 watts on 2 meters, and I think, is it 55 watts on UHF, Scott?
75.
Okay, 75 watts on UHF, and I'm not sure of the power on 1.2, but it's the ultimate VHF UHF base station radio that ICOM makes. So it's an awesome addition to your shack.
I appreciate that, Brian. It is. And if I had somebody here that operates satellite tracking, this thing does. It's the Cadillac of satellite tracking as well, right, Brian?
Oh yes, you can set it up, and it'll track the Doppler effect of satellites. So if you ever wanted to get into satellite comms, this would be the rig for that too. It's got a really good receiver, and it just all it takes is different antennas and stuff, and you can track the satellites.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Well, Brian, I appreciate you jumping in there and explaining that a little bit better than I can. If you need more information, you guys, thanks again, Brian. If you click on the link right there at the bottom of the slide, it'll take you to ICOM's website, and it'll give you all the details. And at the end of the presentation here, we're going to go back and answer some questions too. So, with that, I'm going to go to the second slide, our second prize.
We had a question.
Bill, go ahead.
Yeah, just a question on the Diamond X510 won't work on the 1.2 gigahertz, will it?
No, and it was at the time. I don't know if there was a good tri-band antenna available when we got the X510, but it does work great. That's exactly what I use here at the house. Is the X510 for VHF and UHF. It'll definitely get you started and up on the air for sure.
Perfect. Thanks. That was from Thomas, KA5OMW.
Thanks for that, Thomas. All right, our second prize. Let's see here. So if you move to this, see what slide is it? The fourth slide. It's going to be our second prize. Is a Yaesu SEM510, and I think this one has the ASP in it. It comes with a Comet dual band antenna and an NMO installation kit, which is going to be a coax kit and NMO mount, so you can mount it in your truck or car or whatever you got. But great radio for fusion and everything. I'm gonna stand by because the professional for the 510 is actually online tonight. So I'm gonna hand it over to W5ITZ. Go ahead, Bill.
Well, excuse me. Good evening, everybody, and thanks, Scott. I don't know about the professional part, but I tell you, I do love me some Yaesu 500 510 radios. I just picked out a couple of things that I think are really, really cool about this radio. My first and favorite feature is it is easy peasy digital mode setup. First time setup, you simply enter your call sign, program the frequency for your local C4 FM or YSF repeater, and it will do an auto repeater offset for you. You press the digital mode button to select digital narrow mode, and you press the microphone and give your call sign, and bingo, you are starting a digital contact. And not only that, but while you're in a digital QSO, you can press the display to see the distance and heading to the other station. Pretty cool. Let me drop. I'll be right back. Another one of my favorite features of the 500 510 series radio is called the customized function list. You can program 8 of the most common menu items on a one-touch operation menu. Things like tone frequency, tone squelch mode, repeat or reverse mode. All of your favorite menu items are just one press away. And the programmable memory group is just awesome. Programmable memory group will allow you to set 5 frequencies that are scanned simultaneously with audio and signal level at the same time. You can quickly add a menu channel and drop an old one as you're on the go. I use this all the time as I'm traveling across the CRHRC network to program in the next 5 repeaters that I'm going to encounter, and I can simply rotate my channel selector for the priority channel in that group, so that's the one that I'm transmitting on, but I can monitor the strength of the incoming repeater, and as soon as it exceeds the repeater I'm on, switch to that one and I'm good to go. Let me drop again. Another one of my favorite things about this radio is the detachable head unit with a built-in speaker and microphone connector. This provides a huge variety of mounting options, and the speaker that's built into the head sounds awesome. The last thing that I rounded up my favorite list of is free programming software is available from Yaesu. Not quite as robust as RT system software, but it is very, very adequate to get your radio programmed and keep it updated. So, Scott, those are my favorite things, and you can tell I'm a little excited. I think the 500, 510 series has been my most favorite mobile radio. It is, by the way, dual band, UHF, VHF, analog, and digital. So this is a great little rig. Scott, back to you. W5ITZ handing it back to Net Control, KC5RXW.
All right, Bill, man, appreciate that. And yeah, I got some learning to do with that radio. I got this radio in my truck, and man, it works great. It does really good. I've learned I'm not a big Yaesu guy, but being that we're building a Yaesu fusion network, we already have 2 or 3 of them. 2 of them that are Crossroads. I think we got a member-owned fusion repeater down in Houston. So we're slowly getting this fusion network built up, and that's the main reason why we picked this radio, to give it away on the for our fundraiser. So if you got any questions, down at the bottom, you can click that link at the slide there, and it'll have more information on that radio. And with that, I'll move on to third prize. All right, the third prize is a Yaesu ST891. And we're also giving away a LDZ D100 Alpha HF tuner, a battery box, and it's not on here, but Darren has donated an in-fed dipole for this, and it's a perfect setup for your POTA events or whatever you really want to do with it. But we're actually being that we do so much POTA events, this is the reason we went with our third prize, is for all you POTA guys. Maybe even if you win, you might join into POTA. So I'm going to stand by. I got KI5SIJ, Josh, he's got this radio, and he used it at several POTA events. So let me let him elaborate on it a little bit.
All right. Hopefully everybody can hear me. I appreciate you giving me the opportunity to talk here for a few minutes. So about this radio, I've had this radio now for a couple of years. I think going on probably about 3 years now. And what I like most about it is size. Not only is the size a nice, compact, small size, but it's also set up in a way that it doesn't actually use a lot of power. So I've used it quite a few times out at the RV parks and recreational parks, and I've even done a couple of POTA events with it. It is, I think, if I remember right, I think it is rated for a 30 amp draw, but the most I've ever seen with this particular radio has only been about 14 amps. And I know that because I was messing around with some batteries with it to see what I could get by running on it. It does seem to be, I believe I had a 10 amp hour battery, and I was able to operate like 4 or 5 hours off of it, if I recall correctly. It is an all HF rig. It does also, I believe, do 6 meters to 50 megahertz band, although I've never messed with it before, but it does supposedly do that. Let me let it drop here. And And it's a good thing that they included the LDG tuner because by default it does not have a built-in tuner. So the fact that they've included the tuner is a plus. You know, you can use it with a resonant antenna or an antenna that's like an all-band antenna that has some sort of matching on it or something like that. But I've actually had very good results with this antenna using MVIS antennas too. So just create a resonant MVIS antenna, connect it up, and it's good to go. But yeah, it's a very nice little radio, very compact. It's even ideal for mobile use as well. So one thing that I will mention is that the head does catch off of this radio. So if you want to mount it in your vehicle, you can mount the unit underneath the seat, underneath the back seat or whatever. They do sell a separation kit for it. You can install the face of it up on your dash or whatever and run it like that too. So that is something else to keep in mind. One thing that I'll even say, even with the small interface that it has, it does also have some form of man, I don't forgot what it's called, where you can see the signals on the screen. It does have a very basic form of that. Even in a small radio like this, that's a big thing when you're trying to find a station to tune into. So the fact that they've included the tuner and the battery box with it makes it ideal for mobile and portable use. It'll be a great ad for somebody's setup there. Giving it back to you, Scott.
Man, appreciate that, Josh. I remember when you brought it out a couple field days ago, and as a non-Yaesu fan, of course, I'm ICOM, ICOM and Kenwood, but I liked the radio. It was pretty cool. I've considered if I go mobile with the HF station, I would probably pick this radio. But for more information, there's another link here at the bottom. Feel free to click on it. There's more information and details on this radio. With that, I'm going to move to the fourth prize. All right, our fourth prize. I'm really happy, excited about this prize. We had some guys over there in Shiner, Texas, Chuck and Kyle, donate this battery box. I seen this at one of the Hamfests. They brought it out, and I was very, very impressed. I walked around and looked at everybody's battery box, and this thing is built right. And I'm gonna let Chuck, W5ETK, I'm going to let him fill you in on how he built this thing and what he's got in it and what it can do. Go ahead, Chuck.
Good evening, everyone. This is Chuck, W5ETK. Yeah, I built this box originally for POTA and just to have some emergency battery around the house. With us living in Hurricane Alley, you can't ever be too safe when we lose the power. It's got two 20-amp lithium batteries in it, makes a total combined 40 amp hours. Has a droke meter so you can watch your voltages real time. It is solar compatible. It does have a solar controller charger in it, so all you got to do is throw out your solar panel out in the field and it will automatically charge for you. I'm going to let it drop for a sec. Okay, it is AC charge capacity capable as well. With LifePro batteries, I'm going to stress this, you have to have the proper charger to charge these batteries. A regular charger will not charge them, and if it does charge them, it's probably going to overheat them and you're going to have a fire real quick. So just remember, always use a LifePro compatible charger. It does have two 12-volt power pole outlets, so you can hook into your radios, coolers, any kind of 12-volt gear. I also have wired it up to an inverter and plugged in a TV, and it ran it for about 4 or 5 hours before it died. It does have some USB-C ports for your phones, tablets, or whatnot, and it has two red LED lights, so anytime in the dark, you're not going to be killing your eyes with the bright white light. So it works great in the dark. And as for POTA, this thing is awesome. I have 12, 13 POTA events under this thing without charging it, and I looked earlier, and I'm still at 68%. Back to you, Scott.
Wow. Double up with somebody?
idea.
Battery box, man, and we want to appreciate, thank you, you and Kyle for building this thing and donating it to our fundraiser. Great prize. Do you want to plug your business? What your name of your company is that y'all have for this for the battery stuff?
Yeah, the business is 3C Ham Shack. My website is currently down. It's being completely rebuilt at the moment, but it should be up by the end of the week. It'll be 3chamshack.com.
Thank you, Chuck, man. Appreciate you again, and I'm looking forward to seeing this thing in action for sure. Well, cool deal. With that, thanks, Chuck and Kyle again, and we will move to the next slide. Our 5th, 6th, 7th, and 8th prizes. So we have a Comet CCA Mark 2 antenna analyzer. I got one of these. There's a few people that I know got one. It'll analyze any antenna all the way up to the UHF bands. Works great. Pretty nice little tool to have in the shack. 6th prize is a 2,500 watt generator. You never know when you need a little generator out at POTA events or anything like that. 7th prize is going to be another battery box donated by Josh, KI5SIJ. And finally, our 8th prize is going to be a Sherry All-Star node. And that was also donated by Josh, KI5SIJ. So with that, I want to thank all of our donors. And I want to thank the club for helping me put this prize, all this 2025 fundraiser event together. It's going to be exciting. I was really happy about the last year's, and this thing's way bigger and better. See here, I'm going to move to the next slide here. Before I take any questions or comments, I just want to let everybody know we're going to draw for these prizes November 8th at our Ham Fest. It'll probably be after lunch, 1 o'clock. It all depends on how the date goes, but we got door prizes that we're going to be selling tickets for door prizes throughout the day, and then our final drawing is going to be for the fundraiser. So it's going to be an exciting day. I also wanted to say that we had tables available still for the Ham Fest. I think I got about maybe 10 or 15 tables left. So I think those will go pretty fast. And the more people there, the more people will be there to help support this fundraiser. What am I missing? Oh, you can get these tickets. Let this thing drop. We sell these tickets online. If you go to our website and click on the big raffle ticket, it'll take you to a link where you can buy these tickets online. Just make sure you click the other tab. There's a tab there, and it's a complete free transaction. There's no processing fees. Also, I'll have tickets at our last breakfast before the raffle. I'll be selling tickets there. I'm going to try to get some tickets down to our next spring location breakfast. I think I'm going to get with Darren and give K5DON, KD0NN, sorry about that, Don, and he should have some tickets there as well to sell at the breakfast. And then we will also be selling tickets throughout the whole day at the Ham Fest. So if you don't want to buy tickets online, we definitely will have some tickets available for y'all to buy in person. Again, this is our annual major fundraising event. This is what we raise money to put this whole network and all these events and things we put on, and that's what helps pay for everything. So we appreciate everybody that participates in it, and hopefully you'll win some nice prizes. With that, I'm going to turn it over to you, Bill, and see if we get any questions or comments.
Yes, sir, Scott. Thank you, and Chuck, and everybody helping out here. Awesome. This is K5LK Net Control for TechNet number 23 tonight, Crossroads Ham Radio Club, and we're talking all about our prizes. They're going to be at our Ham Fest, first Ham Fest in Louise, Texas, on Saturday, November the 8th. So Scott did a great job. Scott, just a comment. Let me let it reset here a second. You know, we were trying to, and with some success here, trying to get some people that have used this radio, you know, these radios to give us a little feedback. Well, I do what I do a lot of times. I went to YouTube, and oh my gosh, are there hundreds, if not thousands, of presentations. The Icon 9700's been out 6 years. There's 100,000 type presentations and all types of stuff. The FT891, that's been out, I think, about 3 years, roughly. I guess the newest one is the FT710 there, right? 510, I'm sorry. YouTube is your friend, and man, is it great. These are awesome, awesome radios, Scott. So many thanks to you and everybody supporting you on this Hamfest, the quality of this radio, and for a $25 ticket, it's awesome, man. The word's getting out. So congratulations, Scott. You want to add anything to that?
I didn't even tell anybody how much these tickets cost. Kind of guy is me. So, yeah, tickets are $25 a ticket. If you buy a book of 5, they're $100 for a book. So $25 for a single ticket, $100 for a book of 5. So that comes to about $20 a ticket. Good luck. Buy a bunch of them. Go ahead, Bill.
You bet. Thanks, Scott. And I think you mentioned it, but I may have missed it. You do not have to be present to win. Is that correct?
Yes, thank you for bringing that up. So you don't have to be present to win the fundraiser raffle drawing, but the door prizes, if you buy a ticket there that day, you have to be present to win a door prize, but not for the fundraiser.
Hey, how long are tickets on sale for?
All righty, and we got a question in Zoom. How long are tickets on sale? Scott, I don't know if you replied to that. This is K5LK Net Control. Go ahead, Scott.
Tickets are on sale all the way until the drawing. So last year, I think right there at the very end, I had probably sold about 3 or 4, 5 tickets right before we did the drawing. So, but we ended up selling all the tickets for last year. So. And with that, I will tell you, there's only 1,000 tickets being sold here. Some are on online, and the other ones are hard tickets.
Cool. Thank you. Appreciate it.
All right. Well, sounds good. Okay, let's open it up to any questions or comments on the presentation. I know we've kind of gone along here and had some Q&A, but let's throw it wide open. This is K5LK Net Control for TechNet number 23 on the Crossroads Ham Radio Club. We're talking about the deep dive on our prizes for the Hamfest drawing, November the 8th. You do not have to be present to win. Some great, great equipment here. So come with your call sign twice phonetically if you don't mind, and we'll let you have the floor. This is K5LK Net Control.
Kilowatt Bravo 5, Papa Bravo Mike.
I know that. Go ahead, Robert.
5 Charlie Papa Oscar.
So if someone wins the one of the prizes as far as shipping goes, do they have to come pick it up, or how does that work if it's like out of state or whatever? KB5PBL.
Question, Robert. I should have mentioned that as well, and that's why I got people like you to help me out on this stuff. So if you win a prize and you're from out of state or can't get to it, we'll have to get it shipped to you at the winner's expense. Like I said, this is a fundraiser, and we're trying to do everything we can to raise money. So try to be in person and if you want to try to win a prize. I would last year I think we had maybe 3 or 4 items, and a lot of the winners came from the Houston area. I think one came from the San Antonio area. I can't remember clearly, but man, I'm in and out of Houston all the time, and so I ended up meeting with these people and just delivering it to them. So it's not a big deal. But if you're out of state, you're gonna have to pay for some shipping. Yes, sir, Robert.
Robert, did that answer your question okay, sir?
Yes, it did.
All right, great question, great answer. I think I doubled with Phil. I heard Papa Oscar. I'm guessing it's W5CPO. Go ahead, Phil. Good evening.
W5CPO, good evening, everybody. I just wanted to make a few more comments on the IC 9700. I've had mine for probably 3 years, still learning stuff about it. I bought this instruction manual. I don't know if y'all can see it. Probably not, but anyways, it's about 228 pages long, and that's the entire instruction manual with all the addendums added to it. You know, there's when you buy the radio, you get the main manual with it. There's like 4 or 5 other manuals that are online that you download and read them over your computer or laptop or whatever. But this radio will do sideband, which means it does every digital mode out there. That's that's FT8, JT65, Earth, EME. You can do meteor scanner with it. I mean, everything out there. You got to have an antenna for that because it's all sideband. Remember, all these digital modes are sideband. So 100 watts on sideband, you can talk on a normal day, you can probably talk 100 miles easily, just on 100 watts. The radio, you can adjust it from 100 watts down to 1 watt. So if you drive an amplifier, which a lot of folks do when they're doing these digital modes, you can adjust it and fine tune it to where it'll put out anywhere from 10 watts to 1,000 watts, depending on which amplifier you're running. Some of the cooler stuff about it is doing the satellite work with it. Once you get this thing hooked up to a computer and get the right programs to go along with it, get the right antennas, you can do low Earth orbit satellites all day long with this radio, sitting in your station inside your shack. You don't have to go outside and with a little antenna and point it around out there. You can do this straight from the house, get the right programs, get the antennas, get the right rotor that does azimuth and side to side, and it makes it pretty easy. If anybody's got any questions whatsoever on this radio, I can pretty much show you everything that it does by the pictures on the front of the website right there. All those buttons on the front there, they're self-explanatory, but a lot of these buttons on there, it's the sister or the brother to the 7300, so most of the knobs and switches and whatnot are the same as the 7300. So if you have a 7300 and you get this radio, it's almost identical. Same color, the same screen, everything's identical on it. You can change the colors to the screen. It's all touch screen, where it says FM and filters and all that stuff on it. You can just put your finger on it, all this stuff, and it'll pop up another screen, just like the 7300 does. Anyways, if anybody else has any questions about it, feel free to ask.
Thanks, Phil, for that. I know you use this radio daily, and I do too, for FM and UHF and VHF. But when you're on sideband, you want to be horizontally polarized, and that's going to take a different antenna. So this is a great startup kit, and it'll get you going and get you on the 2 meter and the UHF spectrum there. Appreciate it, Phil. And maybe one day I'll get to talk to you on sideband. You're literally right across the water. But with that, I'll turn it back to you, Bill, LK.
KJ5ADO with a comment on the 9700 as well.
Hey, go ahead, Brenda. I know you got one too.
Yes, I've got one, but I haven't hardly even scratched the surface on what it can do. So I'm still learning about it. But also, in addition to all of the things that Phil mentioned, you can. Well, he did mention, or you mentioned satellite work. I don't even have the right antenna at this point. But when the space station was sending all those pictures down, I guess it's been a couple of months now, I just left it hooked up to my computer and left my radio on, and it would, even with the wrong antenna, it still downloaded the pictures. So that was kind of fun, getting those different pictures from the ISF.
That is pretty interesting. I may have to try that. Appreciate that, Brenda.
25 CPO, another comment.
Yes, sir.
Well, with the slow scan TV, every pass that the ISS makes, they send pictures out. They do it every day, every time, sometimes 2 or 3 times a day. And you can pick those up. You got to have the right software to decode it, but you can pick those up with any antenna. My buddy Monty, just down the street from me, he's been picking them up every day for over a week now. And it's something that Monty spends a lot of time in front of his radio because of his vision and whatnot. But it's perfect for stuff like that. But yeah, any antenna, stick it up there and you will receive them.
That is pretty interesting. Thank you for that, Brenda and Phil. Any other questions?
N7FG, a comment or a question.
I got Scott N7FPG, I believe is what it is. Go ahead, Scott.
Hey, Scott. A couple of questions. Does the automatic Doppler shift occur in both the transmit and receive frequencies? And let's see, the other question just escaped me. So that was, I guess I've done the same thing with the SSTV with the FTM 500. You can just record it and then decode it later. That was my question.
Yes, from what I understand, I hadn't used it, but I've seen this radio on YouTube in action, and all the frequencies that you see there on that screen, they start chasing. They'll go back and forth, up and down, staying on frequency with the satellite. So it does do that. This is the Cadillac of all satellite radios, from what I understand, and it does a great job. Thank you there, Scott. I'll holler at you here in a little bit. Next question, I heard a station in there. Try it again.
With 5 Golf Hotel Romeo, Whiskey 5 Golf Hotel Romeo, Brian out in Katy.
Brian, go ahead, sir. What's your question?
First prize, is it possible if you get the first, if you date on first, and you get the third prize instead of first? Is that is how things are run, or is it be trading swap meet afterwards if possible?
I've caught about 10% of that whole conversation. If you're on Katy, maybe if you're on a handheld, maybe step outside. Maybe we can hear you a little bit better. We'll stand by and let you try it again. But I didn't catch anybody. Bill, did you catch that?
C5LK. I believe I did, but let's see if Scott can do it. I think he wants to know if can you do any switching of prizes once you've won them? Can you do some bartering? I think the answer is yes, but let's turn it back to Brian. W5GHR, you want to try it again? K5LK with the Crossroads Ham Radio Net. Crossroads TechNet number 23. Got the wrong one there. Go ahead, Brian.
Yeah, basically, you take the third prize instead of the first prize is what I'm asking, or is it only bartering after the fact?
We're going to do that. I believe we're going to start, and then the prize we draw for is the prize you win. That way, it's just fair for everybody. That's kind of what we're going to do. Just whatever the prize we're drawing for is the prize you'll win.
So I assume you're going to start at drawing for prize number 1?
Well, every year we started at the bottom and worked ourselves up. So I don't know. We might change it up. You just never know. Be there and find out.
All right, plan on being there.
Thanks, Brian. Any other questions?
K5LK, net controls. Hey, Scott, I think you mentioned it, but those first 3 prizes, those are all kits, right? They're things that come with them. Can you just mention that maybe again for those 3, besides the radio? I know we talked a lot about the radio, but what's coming with each one?
Yeah, I mentioned that as well, but I'll do it again. Let's see. The 97, the first prize is a full base station setup. 9700 radio, Diamond X510, base station antenna, 50 amp power supply, 100 feet of LMR 400. Can't get any better than that. Second prize will be a Yaesu SEM 510 AST radio. It's a mobile UHF, VHF, digital analog radio, Comet dual band antenna. This is a full mobile setup, so it'll come with an NMO installation kit. So it comes with everything you need to put in your mobile stations. Third prize will be a full POTA station. It'll have a Yaesu ST891 antenna tuner. It'll have a battery box, and it'll have an in-fed dipole antenna. So everything you need to go out and play POTA, that's your third prize.
All right. Thank you, sir. Awesome presentation. Okay, we're getting, what are we, about 8:49 here? We'll be wrapping it up here in just a minute. Any other questions or comments on Scott's presentation tonight and the deep dive into the Crossroads Ham Radio Club's this year, our major fundraising effort, the raffle that be held November 8th. Any other questions or comments, please come now with your call sign phonetically twice. All right, nothing heard. Before we move on, Scott, anything else? Do you want to wrap it up from your side, or are you good, sir?
I just want to say one more time, like I said, this is our annual fundraiser, and we appreciate everybody that participates. It keeps us moving, kind of like a steam engine on a freight train. You got to keep shoveling money to it to keep it going down the track. So that's what we're doing here, and I think we've done a great job. There's a heck of a link system we got going. We got a fusion system up and going. I mean, I don't know what else we could do for a club to offer our members that's anybody else is doing. I think we're doing an outstanding job keeping this thing up and going. And thanks to all of our teams, TechNet, media. I got a HAMFest committee going. Just everybody. Thanks for everything, and I look forward to seeing everybody on November 8th at our HAMFest. Back to you, Bill, and I'll be clear. It's KC5RXW.
Thank you, Scott. Excellent job. Thanks for leading the effort on this, and thanks for your presentation tonight. Really, really good. That is awesome. Okay, before we shut down the net, we got a couple of things here. We're going to go open it up for general amateur radio technical questions. Again, this is K5LK on the W5LCR repeater system with our Crossroads Ham Radio Club's TechNet number 23. This time we're going to open the net for any amateur radio tech-related questions or comments. If anybody has any amateur radio technical related comment or question they'd like to throw out, please come now with your call sign phonetically twice.
KI5SIJ.
Mr. Josh in Manville, good evening. Go ahead, Josh.
I tried keying up a minute ago, but I don't think I got through. I'll just like to point out here, I know there's always been a little bit of tension between ICOM and Yazoo here. So this year, the way they got it set up, we can appease both parties. So get them tickets, buy your tickets while you can, and hopefully you'll win the brand that you like there. Just wanted to put that plug out there. KI5SIJ, I'll be cleared.
There you go. You're playing both sides of the fence there. Good move, Josh. I like it. Okay. Any other amateur radio, general tech related questions or comments about the hobby? Please come now. We've got a couple of minutes.
W5GHR Whiskey 5 Golf Hotel Romeo, Brian.
Hello, Brian again. Go ahead from K5LK Net Control. What's your question or comment, sir?
Just wondering if at the Hamfest there will be any testing, license testing, just in case I'm trying to work on my dad to get his license and plan hopefully try to bring him out to the Hamfest whether he has it or not yet.
Let's see, Scott, either Scott or Bill number one of y'all can answer that question, I'm sure.
I need to verify that with Bill. I don't know if that's a testing month or not. Bill, I'm going to let you answer that. You're head of the testing.
Yeah, this is W5ITZ. Brian, thanks for the question. Honestly, we hadn't thought about doing a testing session, but it would be easy enough for us to administer, and I'm sure we'll have plenty of volunteer examiners at the site. So I'll commit to having testing available. We're not going to advertise it, but if there is someone there that is ready to test, we will be able to offer it. W5ITZ, back to net.
Thank you, Bill. Brian, that answer your question. I think bring your dad on down and get him tested. Get him into the hobby.
If you want to do that, make sure you send an email to Bill so he can get you signed up. So make sure you send an email to info@CRHRC.org.
I will continue to work on them, and we'll see. I just want looking for options. Thanks for the info. This is Brian, W5GHR, back to net control.
Okay, good comment. Bring some more people into the hobby. That's awesome. Hey, Phil, W5CPO, we're going to throw one question over to you because it may have one of our future tech nets. We're going to focus on simplex and part of the hobby. How's the simplex world been lately on VHF or UHF? W5CPO from K5LK Net Control.
W5CPO. It depends on how you look at it. Normally, for like 2 meter and even higher, when it cools off, the propagation goes away. So it's sort of a summertime thing. Like there hasn't been any propagation on 2 meters that I've seen in probably 4 or 5 days, even though it's still warm out. But the water temperature is starting to cool off, and it makes a big difference down here along the coast. So simplex, you can still, get the right antenna and a bunch of power, you can still play around on it. But as far as, in the summertime, it's nothing to talk to Florida or Georgia on 2 meter sideband. But this time of the year, you can pretty much forget about it. It doesn't matter what antenna or how much power you're using, the propagation just ain't there. 6 meters, I can talk about that for a minute. 6 meters has been open. I got a good rare one a couple of nights ago, Vanuatu, or however you pronounce it. It's right off, just off the coast of New Zealand. That was on 6 meters. That's a rare one. And I've been working 40 meters, so any of these radios that were given away, that 891, that's an awesome radio. That thing, I mean, you can do a lot with that radio. It's got cat control. I mean, the only thing it doesn't have that's missing would be a sound card, but other than that, it's got everything else. Do all the modes. I mean, everything with that radio. And that's about it, I guess. All right, back to you.
Thank you, Phil. I know you really like that part of the hobby, and that's really cool. So those radios, like you said, they were given away for the Ham Fest and the raffle. Those are all great Simplex radios as well. Okay, any other comments or questions about the technical part of our hobby before we call for final check-ins? Please come now with your call sign phonetically twice.
November 5, Sierra Charlie Hotel.
Sierra Charlie Hotel, good evening. Go ahead.
Yes, sir. I had an antenna question. Let's say you have a half-wave antenna on 2 meters, and if you put a Barbie doll on top of your antenna with one arm up in the air, does it turn a half-wave antenna into a full-wave antenna?
Both arms.
I think it probably depends on how much power you're running too, huh? Or does that affect it?
That's a good answer. I'll give it a try, man. N5SCH.
All righty, that's good. Okay, before we take any other check-ins that didn't get on Zoom or the RF portion, want to be sure that where you can buy tickets, right? You can go to CRHRC.org/raffle. CRHRC.org/raffle. You can buy your tickets there, and there's no extra administrative fee. You can bypass that. So if that's what you want to do, Scott already talked about that. There's $25 each, 5 for $100. And it's very, very great. It's a different type of venue that we're using this year, set up to buy the tickets and everything out here. It's really great. So that's CRHRC.org/raffle, and that will be available till we close it down at the Hamfest on November the 8th. November the 8th. I don't know why I got July in the mind. November 8th in Louise at the Hamfest. We'll be drawing the tickets. You can get those online, and you do not have to be present to win. Okay, let me reset here. We're now going to close the tonight's RF session. Remember, we will stay on Zoom for a RAG2 session after the net. Okay, we're going to shut down the net, and for those that are on Zoom, we'll stay there. Again, many thanks to our TechNet team and Scott, KC5RXW, for doing the presentation tonight. Great, great discussion. This is TechNet number 23. We want to thank everybody that participated in the net tonight. And please note that many of us will remain in the Zoom session for a general RAG2. We'll now close the RF session of the Crossroads Ham Radio Club's monthly TechNet. This is K5LK, returning our repeater system back to normal amateur radio use. Thanks, everybody, for an awesome net. 73, and good night all.
You have been listening to a TechNet presentation of the Crossroads Ham Radio Club. For more information on this club, go to www.crhrc.org. For information on upcoming TechNets, go to technet.crhrc.org.